Yes, good evening, good evening. What's up, people? What's up? It's your boy OT, and I'm here. Yes, waiting on some people to join me. Who here with me? Who here with me? Yes. So I'm waiting on persons to join the live. Yes, people. I say yes. I see I have someone here. So this evening topic, we want to discuss some matters where we say I have my Jamaica, you know. So the whole topic, my topic this evening will be about politics and the people. Yeah, I don't know why I like politics, but I kind of like it. I like the topic, but I don't like the ending results for the people, not for yeah. So we want to talk to the people. So who you man? People don't afraid to go ahead and comment, you know. So because it's a discussion here, and we're not gonna be selfish with the thing. We want to have a very interactive discussion on the topic. So again, the topic is all about politics and the people. Yes. So please let me know what's happening, and let me know your take on the issue or the issue at hand. So first and foremost, I want to thank everybody who reach out, subscribe to my channel. Yeah, I really appreciate it, and we're looking forward for greater things to come. Yeah. Yes, so now that the election is over and done with, yeah, not even I don't if people remember about it, but yeah, the victory of the Jamaica Labour Party was rather huge, and it was such a big one. Yes, I think Jamaica, the Labour Party retained another seat, which is the Westmoreland seat that between those two candidates was declared under the part of the Jamaica Labour Party. So hats off to Andrew and his team. I would say, you know, them step up to the plate and come and work. Yeah, it's not a comfort zone. Yeah, because especially in a time like this when we know crisis are hit left, right, and center, and Jamaica right now in a some place rather, we're not comfortable. Yeah, not a comfort zone, especially because the virus seems to be hitting us. It's going up instead of going down. So what happened already? Yeah, my take on the whole situation is that the election shouldn't call, but however, it called for a reason I don't know, but I think the whole calling an election was beyond the Prime Minister control. I think it's bigger than the Prime Minister calling the election. There's something else to it. There's no one can tell me, can convince me that it's not like that. So the Prime Minister called the election and get it over with. And also it was more so an again for him, because he called the PNP sleeping, you know, very much sleeping. And with all of what was going on with the PNP in a disarray as it relates to candidates, one power, and Prime Minister see it and just capitalize on it. But I want to have a look at discussion as it relates to the PNP side. Yes, and the PNP, I think, was not reading the bigger picture. You know, everybody want power. You know, and so many time in a life is like this, you know, when it comes to power thing, you know, people, sometimes you just have to know when, you know, you just have to know when to sit aside and just watch, or just give somebody a fair opportunity. You know, somebody with more vibrant, somebody with some bright ideas and all of these things. You know, and I think Peter Phillips would have given you know, a stalwart service to the Jamaican um, to the country on a whole. You know, in whatever capacity he's serving. Yes, but sometimes you just have to just know when to call it quits. And I think the opposition leader should have known, should have read the picture. For one, I think Peter Phillips went up to 3 different candidates for the leadership. He went up against PJ Pattinson, he got defeated. He went up against Portia, he got defeated twice. Yes, and now the latest challenge was Peter Bunting, and Peter Bunting, I think, gave him a run for his money because the margin was very, very, very close. Yes, but at times you just have to know when to call it quits. Peter should have taken heed, which is Peter Phillips should have taken heed, a hint, and just call a speed, you know. I know say, and everybody meant to lead. So yes, people. So the discussion, please don't leave the discussion, people. Just steer me. Yes, just want some time. I try to build up the thing, as I say. It's a young channel, and I am trying to establish the thing. So, yes. So, if anybody in on the live rather have any point can raise, can go ahead. Yes, looking on. So even though in the PNP, me still like some the smaller group, because JLP call for them G2K. I think PNP call for them the YO. The youth side of the party. I say they're giving Peter Phillips an ultimatum to leave the party within 30 days. Crystal, who went up against Juliet Cuthbert, gave him. I think that was very disrespectful for one. Yes, and I don't think she would have understood the process, because there must be a process in selecting any leadership for any organization. You have to go through something. You know, this is not no autocratic or type of leadership thing. It's a democratic environment. So the process of to follow with delegates meeting and selecting the right candidate, because you just don't want to put in anyone inside for leadership. You know, you want to put in people who, for one, competent and are capable of executing their duties. Yes. So the YO was very rude in that aspect, in my views rather. Very, very rude. Because they should have followed the due process. Yes. Next thing, I don't know. When sometimes when these new things come up, I'm wondering if people just put in people because people know people or people are familiar with it. Because I keep on talking about this, you know, the friendship thing, you know, and you know the traditional way of doing things, especially, you know, you have it's politics is inherited, you know, generation for generation serve politics, and it seems to be that trend going on. But one has to understand there are any organization you work in or you're a part of, there are policies and principles, there are guidelines in which one needs to follow. And I think no on the other side, because remember, even though the Jamaica Labour Party would have gotten 49 seats, and it means them strong, but you don't need a government for your country. We have vast amount are saying, or the majority are saying, because it cannot good for governance. One has to keep those people in check. You know, you have to keep the governing party in check, and that is why you need to have a very effective opposition. Yes, the opposition have to be all ministers and what they have to do now is just to 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 elect some senators, some competent senators who's ready for the job, who have that amount of hunger, you know, who want it. Yeah, and not only want it for themselves, but want it for the people, because at the end of the day, people, you have to remember, say, people elect representatives. Yeah, and the representatives them need to know that and not feel comfortable, say, hey, because we can give somebody some likes or whatever, you know, we secure a vote. No, them age and time of politics are finished. When, well, I hope said finish. You know, right now people need fair vote and a select candidate for progress, policies, develop infrastructures. Yes, and as I said in my previous videos, I always talk about people to remember that they are from communities. Yes, you are from district, you are from parishes, and at a wider extent, yeah, Jamaica. Must and at all times remember that, people. Must at all times remember that. And know at the time when time we need for develop past certain period. You understand? I grew up on a basis where I used to carry water on my head. I used to do that a lot. Yeah. And since becoming an adult, I realized that the trend is the same thing. And that's in rural St. Mary. Southeast St. Mary to be exact. Yes. I can understand Jamaica full of water source. And we hear people say they don't have water. That's unheard of. That is unheard of. And people need to hold people accountable. Yes, and find out and not only look on it on one aspect as it relates to a party, a particular party, or say MP now do this. Listen to me. There are a lot of ways to sabotage, you know. There are a lot of ways. It's especially if your government or your partner in power, it can be very sabotaging for that individual or that candidate who is trying to represent you. So people must understand that and start for all people accountable. And we need to just do it in a civilized way. Yes, I realized over the period of election, I was trying to have some conversation with some people about the whole matter. And to where some people are behaving and take the thing personal. I'm really scared. I'm afraid to have a discussion with people. Yeah, a person. So people just need to understand the thing and just deal with the thing in a civilized and formal way. You understand? At times I know that we have to do certain things to get attention, but look at it, people. If we go to the extreme, destroy something, which have to go build again and which have to cost you the same taxpayer money. You don't want that. Yes, you don't want that. Yes, I'm being effective. For example, demonstrating and being an effective demonstrator doesn't mean say you have to kill somebody, you have to burn up places, or you have to block road. You don't have to. There are a lot of ways you can protest without hurting anybody. You understand me? I understand the fact that mankind is so selfish or self-centered that they only think about themselves. They're not thinking about the person who are finding it difficult. They're not. And that's just the way of politics. Yes? But we as a people have a lot to say. Yes? And the way we have to say as a people is by voting. But you vote for your member of parliament, or you vote for whatever. You, the people, have a say in the whole thing. So the matter don't let somebody feel like as if say you elect them and that's it. No. The community, the district and the parish must be putting pressure on the individual. Yes, the division must be putting pressure on the candidate. Yes, the representative. can't give them comfort zone people because you let them in the first place for work on your behalf. The tax money where you paying, the tax where you paying, whether the indirect or the direct taxation we are paying, you need to see the result of it. No, as I said earlier, I was born and grew up in St. Mary. Yes? And I am telling you, since I became an adult and understand the way of politics, I think the urban side of the country get more attention than the rural side. I think that's my perspective. Because if I check St. Mary for the years, over the years, I don't see any major development there. I don't. Yes? And for years you have some people I represent. For years you have some people I represent and I not see the result. So I am saying people when voting, vote for results, for purpose. You understand what I'm saying? So that is my aspect and to that. Now the next point more on for move on to with the politics and the people is I think when you reach a particular age, you must retire from politics. I think. Because if in the public sector, well, not even the public sector, the private, the public sector, because the private sector, I feel them one thing, but in the public sectors, for example, in the teaching fraternity, in the security fraternity, yes, and some other key ministries or key fraternity, we send on people at age 50, 55, some even earlier than that. Yes, and yes, tell me a politician where once the cycle of life is that once you start go up in age in a certain thing, it's like you're thinking everything just start. It's like you're gonna retard. Your system becomes so slow. You're in a retard zone. Yeah, and me feel say when you reach certain age in politics, a cut off time. Yeah, you need to go find some activity though. Look for the grandchildren them, walk them at the park and talk to them. You understand what I say? Read some book and do some. Find some other way of engagement. But politics where there's a lot of burden, I think politics need to have a cutoff age. And it needs to be mandated. Yeah, me understand that people elect people. I understand that. So people are gonna say, but are the people, but no, you have some people are willing 150 if they can run, then still gonna run. We don't want that. We don't want when you're a wheelchair person, yeah, a push on. We don't want no. We want some young, fresh mind with fresh ideas, yeah, for move forward. For move forward. But we realize it's not only a Jamaican thing, it's a worldwide thing because power is so sweet. Yeah, power is so sweet that we just want it. But all I can say, people, we have significant reason, role to play. You understand me? So we have some reason to play. We have very amount a role to play in the upliftment and the development of each and every one space or place. So those are my burning issues. Yes, I think the Prime Minister speech was good. I think in my own estimate, Sharon, he did a very well speech. Speech was very very well put together, and the Prime Minister can only this thing can only work if, and I like where you put that sermon where everybody take that oath to office or them office to get and before they get them instrument. That swearing is very vital. If you listen to some words in it, very, very, very vital, and people need to listen to it and understand it. Yeah. But the one thing problem I have in the selection is that we are run with this thing. Say, I don't know. I think the playing field needs to be leveled. Yeah, it has to be leveled. We can't. I run with it with this thing, say women, women, women. I mean, it has to be balanced. Yeah. Then again, I mean, I have a problem with a woman running, but I tell you, I realize that women are, I think women manage things better than men in some aspect. I think men over the years, just let them ego get a hold of them. That's my view. That's just my view. I think men over the years let them ego get to them because never in the history, well, apart from the Queen, where plays very vital role in our world war, in some World War Two, I think she stood out, yeah, against a lot. She was very effective in that aspect. But I don't have a problem with women running, and also a lot of wars when I see happen, and a women do it, and men start war because of them ego. You understand what I say? Everybody a fight for this land way and a fully. Me no know. Everybody we are gonna one day I go pass away, no longer of this world. Somebody's will come and run out and run. Somebody's will come and lead. So I not understand where the sometimes I not understand where people make this big old fuss for in terms of power and the world shebang. So I know somebody say but people, but just I just my views it them. So I don't know if you guys can send me any suggestion. Yes, as I said, welcome people for the few followers I have here. Welcome to Life with Sir T. And I'm just going at this thing and I'm giving it my all. Yeah, I'm trying my best. So my channel is all about. So my channel is Sir T. Life with Sir T is all about me. Yes, my views. It's not no news people. It's just my views. Yes, and I'll be doing it in certain four different format. Maybe more than that, but I'll be functioning or planning my thing around one, educating, two, entertainment, three. I love to sing, so I'll be doing a little bit of singing now and then, and as well I like I pick my new hobbies rather is traveling. So I will just letting down my sleeve, yes, and see what Mother Nature has to offer. Relax zone, relax mode. Yeah, and for those who knew me, I spent over 18 years in a army. Yes, and army life was a bit of a challenge for me, but nevertheless, the army has really curved me. And but it started before the army though, because I was going to a semi-military school, which was very vital in my upbringing, and coming from a, a, a single mother care, it has even pushed me further to go out and try and try to strive for excellence. That's just my intention. Now my intention is not here to come and brag on anyone, or you know it's just me, and able to uplift myself in whatever aspect or way I see possible. You know, and I want to do that in a very legal and honest way. Yes, and spend 18 years in the army. It taught me a lot. I was one of those soldiers was who I am very multitask. Whatever task in your call on me to do, I can do it. Yeah, and there comes a time when life evolves, things are evolving, changes, and sometime when some changes come, your people don't accept it, and I didn't say I didn't accept the changes, but I think my idea or what I was seeing was on a different path, hence why I said, oh, you know what. And then I my wife is here, and so I came here to to live. So it's a new challenge for me. It's a new adventure, and I just hope for the best. And I cannot do it alone. So my few subscribers that I have, yes, guys, as I said, and I cannot overemphasize, even though over and then emphasize is the same. That's too early, but I have to say it just to bring across my point. I am grateful for the support thus I am getting. Yes, and as I said, I only expect better and better. Yes. So listen, this people, the sky is the limit for us all. It is the limit, and whatever aspiration you have, yeah, you can get it. You can achieve it. You can, and I'm telling you, you just got to go out there, try, push hard, and see if you can make it. That's just my views, and that's just my encouragement to you. You understand? And we must not take things too literal at times. We must not. We must have a cut-off point, a point where we can relax, talk to one of our friend, run a joke without getting into entanglement. That's the new phrase. Yeah, yeah. So that is just my saying, people, and the politics thing. That my topic today is politics and the people. Yes, politicians are put in place by the people, so they should be working for the people. Yes, they should be working for the people. Because remember, if you have communities and them that develop and people now work, the community just are gonna stay up on one level. It's good. It's just gonna be on one level, you know. Because at the end of the day, you go and charge people for taxes. You go and do this, and you're not seeing results. That will cause frustration. But actually, when people start see where they are buying into what they are doing, what the representative are do for the communities, because as I said, it's not just so much about a closed zone, but the wider extent. Everybody reap some reward or get some benefits. Yes, now the pandemic has come, and I think the pandemic catches a lot of us off-handed. A lot of us. Some of us weren't following history and know that things that happened in the past can reoccur. Yes, and I think some of us are just one track minded. Yeah, we are like in blinders. You know that thing that horses wear? They call it blinders. Yeah, it means you just one way them a look. They're just looking in front of them. That's just it. Yes, and people come with different ideas and able to try and spark that togetherness, because we need that in a people. We need that. And even though some people are say orange and some people are say green, I bet you didn't know. A lot of you didn't know that both parties, PNP and JLP, was formed by Bustamante. A lot of you didn't know. But since you didn't know, now you know. Yes, yes. Sir Alexander Bustamante, he's the founder. He's the founder of the PNP and the Jamaica Labour Party. Now, as to the aspect of why him break away, that will leave for me to give in another discussion. Because I am not the person who hears things. Well, naturally I go hear because I wasn't born in that time. But I'm the type of person who digs for information. I try to get my information, from doing some research, not just lip service or somebody saying something to me which they are not credible. I try to get my information from credible sources. So I like the politics, people. I like politics. Honestly, I like politics. But when politics is going against the people, I cannot go for it. I have to come and talk my mind. You understand what I'm saying? But people need to understand that. So Jamaica is nice. As I always say, it's very nice. And it only can get better to me. It only can get better. But until we start point the fingers and we start do for ourselves, then we are gonna and try to be more engaged in the process. I think some of us paint that bad picture. I think some of us give that negative review, no matter where I go, no matter who I come across with on a daily basis. Jamaica. Now I stop talking about it. Jamaica, land of beauty. Yeah. Now I stop talking about the people. So people and but I just like that. You're not have everybody I see the same on the same wave and length and all of these things. Everybody go try to navigate based on their vision, based on their experience. But at the end of the day, the ending result must be that it is directing in the same direction. In the same direction. Yeah. Too often you hear the small man a point finger and say, boy, your side I never do nothing. And the other person said, your side I never do nothing. So if Jamaica is developing over the years and they're at the stage at which they know. So no matter if a party was in for 18 years or whatever, yes, there was an opposition for 18 years as well, which means that the opposition supposed to keep check. Because remember, the opposition party, within any country, is the shadow government, They are government, They are known as a shadow government. Yeah, because at the end of the day, when legislation are passed, they have to be a part of the process. You have to. Yeah, unless the person, the ruling party decides they are just going to do it because they have the majority of seats. But by the procedure or the protocol, they must be engaged. The opposition side must be engaged in the process. And people need to understand that. And I don't think majority of Jamaicans understand protocols. They don't. They don't. They just want to hear somebody speak about something and then they just run with it. No. In every aspect, they are protocols. And one has to follow it. That's just natural. You understand? So when you hear people attack and say some things, sometimes you just have to just hear them say and just try and educate them if they are so inclined to. But if not, you just leave them. But people just say colors. Them either say the red, or them say the green, or them say the bell, or them say the head. Yeah, but if you ask them, and to be honest, to be frank, some of them people you say I kick up and I go and ask them why minister for certain ministries, and they can't tell you. They don't know because they follow it up like that. It's only when election time come up here some of them talk because what somebody I do something. I won't say it on my live stream. I won't say it, but it's just a plain truth I'm talking. You understand? So people, we need to understand and we need to go in a zone where we are a part of the process. Yeah, too long we were outside. Yeah, and we just take everything that come our way. No, we need to be a part of it. We need to be a part of it. And one way we can engage in the process is for one to execute your constitutional rights by voting. Yes. Don't just do things because somebody say you must do it. Do things because you know and you're aware of what is right from what is wrong. Yes, and what is the norm and what's not. Too often people are wanderers, man. People are wanderers, and some of them are followers. Yes, and they don't discover things or try to investigate or to research any information given. So that's just my take on the whole process. Yes, politics and the people. Remember, that's the discussion, people, and I am trying to just facilitate and talk about current activities. What I say. So if anybody want to comment, you can go ahead and comment. Feel free to do that. I appreciate whatever. I appreciate whatever pointers you have to give me. I I I I will try and see what best I can answer questions for one. And I'm not gonna give an answer if I don't know if I don't know the answer. I'm not. I'm gonna investigate and then I will come back and give you a feedback. That's just my sane people. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So for the person on the live with me, I appreciate it. And I'm grateful. Yes. I'm really grateful. So the planet live now, 36 minutes and counting. So let me know what's happening, people. Yes. So my true followers are my true subscribers. I hope when you see this message you can relate to what I'm saying and have a better knowledge as to what is going on. Yeah, and before I go, as I said, I was talking about the protocols or the procedure and one has to follow in selecting a leader. And everybody know that the JLP is a ruling party again. Yes, this would have mean that Andrew is now sworn in for the not the third consecutive, but two consecutive times. So overall, he's prime minister in three different periods. Yes, and the opposition is still the PNP. It's just time. It's just time. It's just flipping up because remember PNP would have served for 18 years. Yes, under PJ Patterson. Yes, he was the only prime minister to ever serve in 4 terms. Yes, and then Angelo, gaining some tracks on the field. Yes, but well, and the next thing you hear people say is Andrew's the best prime minister. I don't know on what ground they are saying that, but Andrew has a lot to learn. Still have a far way to go. He's young, which is good, and we want to encourage him and let him know that, Jamaica, well, majority speak, and majority of Jamaicans speak. Whether we don't know how them speak, but them speak. And the country select the Jamaica Labour Party, so they speak. A lot of people are say Andrew shouldn't win and something like this. That's nonsense. Yeah, you had a chance and you didn't vote. Yes, you didn't vote. You didn't play a part in selecting your leaders. Yeah, you didn't play a part. So don't blame the process. Don't say this because he won because he called election and it was challenged and he came out victorious. Yes, the way forward now is just to put the minds and head and all the heads together and foot and everybody together and see how best we can navigate in this crisis. You know, as I said, this is just the second part of it. That's the wave come around, which the experts talk about. I am not a doctor. I am not a doctor, and definitely I have never studied in that field. Never. And I think people playing politics with people lives. Understand what I'm saying? If somebody's doing research on it, it means they have more information than the average person. Yes? The majority of us. Because there's just a small margin of person are doctors. And they are the specialists in that area. There's no way I could somebody out of my specialty could come and tell me about what I'm about my specialty. I mean, yeah, it could give me some information, but if that person gonna come at me and talk certain things, I'm gonna put that person in their place. And that's what I'm saying. So people, I am very grateful for your time and energy, and I hope I share some knowledge with you, and your person understand something a bit better. You know that in whatever country you had, there are protocols to follow. You understand what I'm saying? There are procedures. Things don't just happen like that. Yeah. When you elect person, there are procedures. When you nominate person, there are procedures. You understand what I'm saying? When you impeach person, there are procedures. Everything has a guide. There are guidelines for them, and one must follow, and one need to understand the way of politics. So remember, my topic is politics and the people need to understand the procedures. You understand, massive people? So right now, right here is where I'm gonna end it, and I'm gonna thankful. So you guys can stay tuned. Next topic I have, I definitely bring that across. Keep watching your notification bell, people, because when I post, when I go live, you will know. You will be very notified. This is my first live on my channel. Yes, it's gonna be my first channel, but it won't be last. Yes, I will rather try my best to get edifying information for you so you can learn something. Yes, I won't leave you empty-handed. Yes. So right now here's where I'm gonna say it was a pleasure. Yeah, and I'm happy that you were here with me. So you know the saying, it's OT. I'm saying peace and out.